guys, this video is going to be a book review of Touch by Claire North, a pen name for Catherine Webb, who under this pen name has also written the first 15 lives of Harry August, review here, and under the Kate Griffin pen name has written the Matthew Swift and Magicals Anonymous series, review of the first one of them here. Kepler is a ghost, a human who, as they died, managed to touch their killer, and then their mind went inside and took over the killer's body. They occupied that body until they move on to another one. Kepler has been doing this for quite some time and is very good at it. They have been a real estate agent, securing bodies for other ghosts. However, at the moment, they've just been improving their hosts' lives a small amount in exchange for living space. However, now, in a host named Josephine Cebula, they are being hunted. And they're being hunted more efficiently than they ever have before. And strangely, as Kepler leaves and moves on to another body to save themselves, the assassin goes on to kill Josephine's body, even after knowing that Kepler has moved on. Kepler finds this extremely odd, and so follows and swaps into the assassin's body to try and investigate. And so, over the course of the book, the two travel across Europe, occasionally verbally sparring with Kepler in another body, and investigate matters. Will Kepler find the truth? You'll have to read and find out. I really enjoyed this book. There was quite a lot to like about it. One thing was the interesting odd couple dynamic between Kepler and Coyle, who they were very interesting dynamic between the two of them. The two of them started out really quite antagonistic towards each other and end up being kind of friends. They form a nice little bond that's kind of tragic at the end. It was a really interesting and kind of weird dynamic that I really quite liked. It was strange, but it was cool. I also really liked the interactions between Kepler and Janus, who was another ghost. Janus was very, very different from Kepler in one specific way, that they preferred to be in one host body for a long time, compared to Kepler swapping every now and again. Just the difference was interesting. I also found it kind of interesting how Janus's proclivity to stay in a body long term, that kind of came back to bite them in the ass at the end a bit. I found a lot of interesting points in the plot of the book, but in a lot of ways the actual plot was rather flashback heavy in it felt like it padded out the story too much, trying to, and maybe if there wasn't so many flashbacks, the actual story could have been filled out in different ways a bit more. I don't know. It's a difficult line to tread. I did enjoy the thoughts about the ethics of control and culpability and, like, life that the book kind of brought up, particularly in the section with Kepler and the Russian heiress, and the discussions with Coyle, and the whole points to do with Michael Peter Morgan. It brought some interesting ethical arguments that I would not necessarily have thought about had it not been for the actual book. I do have to say that I have one principal criticism of this book, and that criticism is that Kepler, the main character of this novel, is very, very similar in many ways, character-wise mainly, so the characterization, the outlook on life and things, those were all very similar to the protagonist of the other book that Catherine Webb has written under this pen name of Claire North. That's the first 15 lives of Harry August. The main character, Harry August, he's very similar to Kepler in a lot of ways. And I have to say, I don't know what to think about that. in a lot of ways, but because Kepler was so similar, it kind of took me out of the story, and I think it's going to quite possibly get Catherine Webb a reputation for writing the same character in different circumstances, sort of, if she keeps up with this. I don't know if her third book is anything like this at all, but overall, I really did enjoy this book. It was very interesting, it brought up some very interesting ethical arguments, and had some really interesting characters, even if they were at least partially the same as ones in other books. I would love to know what you thought of this book, or what you think of this book now that I've been telling you about it, and tell me in the comments below, because I'd love to know what you think. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and that you remember to like and share it, and subscribe to my channel. Click on the thumbnails down below to see other videos by me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.